Hello and welcome to this video about the copyright situation surrounding Sonic the Hedgehog on YouTube. Who is Wiles Miller? I found myself asking this question, and you might have as well if you've uploaded a video of Sonic the Hedgehog recently. So I was making a video of a perfect win, so not losing a life, going through Sonic 1, getting all the emeralds for my Sega Sundays video series. And I uploaded it to YouTube, and then I checked back the next day, having scheduled it for this Sunday, and it had a content ID match. And I thought, well, that's odd. It's odd that Sega would suddenly start claiming the soundtrack for Sonic after all this time, which they're well within their rights to do. If Sega wanted to claim, copyright on any Sonic video, they would be entitled to. But that's not the case. What's happened here is it's claiming that Sonic the Hedgehog from 1991 has a soundtrack that is a cover of a piece of music by Wiles Miller, who appears to be a Brazilian guitarist. I thought this doesn't make any sense, so I looked into it a bit more. Wiles Miller appears to be a covers artist. He loves to cover game music. I think it's a he, so I'm going to say he, but from the pictures, but I don't know. So he makes covers of video game music. And I think what's happened is he has used a digital distribution service called iMusica, which is, I believe, Brazilian, might be Portuguese. It's not easy to tell, to distribute his cover version around the internet. And I think what's happened is he has said that he owns all the rights to his recording, which I can see how that mistake could be made, because obviously he's arranged it. He's made the backing track, I expect, and he's played the music and he's recorded it. So he believes he owns those rights, forgetting that Sega actually owns the right to the music itself and the composition. So in saying that he owns the rights to his recording, iMusica has then sent content ID information around the different sites. So, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And then whenever someone makes a video containing the tune, which is interesting because it used to be that these things were only based on the actual music files, the soundtrack itself. Now it's matching melody, which is amazing. Anyone who uses Starlight Zone, it thinks that tune is a cover of his recording, which is also called Starlight Zone. So you can see how this has happened. The problem is, he probably doesn't know about it. He's probably sat there thinking, I'm getting a lot of money from this Starlight Zone cover. People must love it on the different streaming sites. It must be one that I don't have in my country because I'm not seeing it translate into numbers. That's probably what he's thinking. But I don't know how widespread this is. If it's every single video of Starlight Zone, past or present, then he's going to be making thousands, and I mean thousands and thousands of pounds from videos with Starlight Zone in, which isn't right, is it? I don't know for a fact that Wiles Miller doesn't own the rights to Starlight Zone, so I'm going to talk as if he doesn't. But if he does, kudos to him. I don't know how he's managed to do that. I would like to claim Emerald Hill Zone, please, or Green Hill. Apparently there was a manga company a while back, according to a post on Reddit, who were claiming Green Hill Zone's music, but that's been sorted out now. So, you think, where does that leave me? I've got some options, and I did actually get to speak to someone at YouTube, which surprised me, because usually as soon as you mention copyright, they're like, you've got to use the dispute center. They won't let any human beings get involved in that. But when I said that the copyright owner is probably not the person who's claiming the copyright, they did listen to me at least. But their options that they gave me were I could dip the audio in the video, so silence for that bit, which of course is no good because I was commentating on the gameplay. Or I could re-upload and remove the game audio, which I did, and it hasn't triggered the content ID match, which is great, but it also doesn't sound as good, so don't think I'm going to go with that version. Or I can dispute it and make it go live. While it's being disputed, the revenue from the video will be withheld by YouTube until the dispute is resolved either way. Then they will pay any revenue, if there is some, to either them or me or both. But crucially, if after 28 days they haven't responded to my claim, then the copyright match gets deleted, which is very interesting. And I like that idea. So I have actually disputed it. It's only been a day or two at the moment, so I'll see what they say. But so far, they haven't replied at all. But the story doesn't end there. This is the Sonic the Hedgehog 1 Starlight Zone, but I also made a video of Sonic 2, which is going to go up a little later because I do it every Sunday. And I come in today and Sonic 2 has got a copyright ID match against Oil Ocean's music. And this is a Portuguese company, and they've only claimed it in Portugal. So they want to share revenue anytime the video is shown in Portugal between themselves and me. So everywhere else, then revenue would go to me. It seems to be a different company as well. So I wonder if this is also iMusica. It's hard to tell. It's not easy to find out these things. But someone somewhere has started licensing Sonic's music in a way that YouTube thinks it belongs to other people. Because I'm pretty sure it belongs to Sega. So yeah, I'm going to dispute it. I'm going to post it as normal. The only problem is if they decline my dispute and say, because I've had to argue fair use, because there's no way, actually, there's no checkbox to say you don't own the copyright. So assuming that, well, if they do say it belongs to them, even if it doesn't, they can get my video taken down, which is a bit of a worrying position to be in, because then that will affect my channel. So I really hope that they either see sense or just don't see it at all and leave it. But I think they do need to be made aware of it, because they shouldn't be claiming things that belong to someone else. Definitely not taking money. So who knows? All this while, Wiles Miller is probably sitting there on his yacht with all this money, burning a hole in his pocket. I don't know. What a situation. So I have to ask, has it happened to you? Let me know in the comments what you think. And in the meantime, do check out my Sega Sundays playlist. It's a pretty good, perfect run of Sonic the Hedgehog. All the emeralds continue from each of the special stages where I got the emeralds, and I didn't lose a life. So it's pretty good. I also showed the PAL version and how slow it is. So it's, it's a good video. And that's the thing. It took work. It took skill to do it. It took knowledge to be able to talk about it. It took skill to be able to talk while playing and present the video. And of course, to edit the video, all of which I do myself. So this is hard work. And if there is ad revenue from it that comes to me, I think it should come to me and not to someone who did a cover of Starlight Zone way off in another country. Because that doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyway, check out the playlist and let me know in the comments. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Cheers.